gonna be quite fun. So I cleaned these off last night, obviously expecting to get the exhaust, and you know what? M4 never lets me down. So, I don't know what's happening.
Nobody wants to see that
it's
dance.
Exhaust day, yeah. Let's get this R7 set up. So do I have helmet hair?
A little bit.
A little bit of helmet hair? Because it just flew in.
Super hot.
Yes. Babe, we are gonna love this.
HOT, like
Are you installing this, or are you doing the R3?
R3? You
Okay.
can do this one.
I'll do this one. Yeah. All right, we got a lot of work, but I'm gonna cut this in, you know? All right, I gotta give it a little bit of a clean too. So, if you guys, the great thing is if you guys are local and you do want to ride this, you sure can. Just go to our rideshare account, look in the comments, sign up with our link. You get 50 bucks, we get 50 bucks. Let's get it going. I'm excited.
All right, so get some.
Oh, gosh. I'm excited. Hold on. Can you see me? Can you see me?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's where you looking. I'm down here in the rim and you're looking up there. God, what kind of camera person are you?
A bad one.
All right. All right, so I forgot to give, I didn't even see that. Now that I see it, here's another piece that's missing.
No way.
Yeah, I didn't even see it. Anyway, all right, so I forgot to give you a before and after. Let me just put it down, take it outside. We'll give you a little before. Honestly, there's no sound at all for the stock exhaust.
A lot of people have been saying it sounds like a 300.
I mean, yeah.
Or my personal favorite was somebody on TikTok said it sounds like their blower.
Oh, they, what, they like lawn blower?
Yeah,
or
like
whatever?
firing up the lawn
leaf
blower.
blower. It's awesome.
Shelter in the sun.
Don't get the exhaust, don't worry about that. All right, you got it. You ready?
Shot, where do you want to
Just get the whole bike. Me revving it. So you heard the before. There's not much to it. It really is restricted. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get this exhaust off. Get it done. I got to do an oil change as well. We got the first service to do. I'm excited because it's exhaust day.
First upgrade.
Yeah. They model if they want to know. Let me just find out which one it is real quick.
Do it.
All right, this is it. Woo! 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 Can we do that or not? All right, let's cut this sucker open. You know, M4 never lets me down. Look how good the packaging is. So, what is that? Oh, rubber. Okay, that's for the exhaust clamp. I like it. There's that. There's that. There's that. Here's this. Get this out of the way. This is obviously the headers. Just make sure if you are using a blade, just don't you know, cut too close to the pipe. You don't want to scratch them. All right. Ooh, oh man, look how big that is.
It is big.
That is big. That's the biggest exhaust I've ever seen from M4. So the nice thing about this and M4, they're local, so we just go pick it up, which is awesome. But the other thing is, man, man, that is massive. The nice thing is we're talking to them to come and talk about the exhaust and stuff. So we'll see if that happens. I'm hoping so. All we have is obviously the 2 headers and then the Y pipe. So it's definitely not going to be a hard install. Basically, probably the hardest thing is maybe, you know, taking it down, taking the old one off. But it should be kind of easy. Let's get these instructions off. So detailed instructions. You've got if you don't want to use the O2 sensor, and then of course this is going to be the exhaust mount, and then the springs, and then obviously so they send you everything in the pack, which is nice. M4 does a really good job. Now, I know you guys have been waiting for this. Which one did we choose? And this is specifically, I'm telling you specifically, when you're cutting this is the part that you don't want to cut. You don't want to mess up either the titanium that you got or the carbon fiber. So, pretty sure you guys know what we went with.
Yeah, take a guess.
So, and of course, they do a great job with this. Protect it, and then of course we just need to draw, and there it is. So she's gonna look pretty dang good. All right, we unboxed it. Look at this beauty. So the nice thing is look how thick that is. So obviously they've done something there. This is the widest diameter M4 exhaust that I've seen. So I did talk to Kyle a little bit, and he said that they put a lot of effort into this exhaust in order to get the most horsepower. And I think that they said that they made 2 more horsepower with this exhaust over the MT-07's exhaust. So I mean, as you like, that is, look at that diameter. It's massive. So we're gonna see because obviously we're gonna install this. We're waiting for the electrician to run the new wiring for the dyno, and then we're gonna run this, and it's gonna be amazing. So the good thing is if you look at the parts, it's really just very, very easy. It's the 2 headers, and then the Y pipe, and then that, and then of course they supply, good old M4 supplying all the stuff you need. So let's actually just get straight into it. I'm gonna put this aside. And then don't worry about the mess. You know, we had a couple insurance jobs, and their bikes are there, and we got their parts here. So let's do it. So the good thing is I did notice. So we're going to take both the lowers off. I did notice that the lower bolts are different from the top, so you can't really get them mixed up. Remember, take pictures. If you don't remember, get this thing out, go like this, and just be like click, and then you know. Come back over to that side where you guys are, where my lovely wife is.
Aww.
All right. So these shouldn't be a problem to get off. And then the good thing is you know, while you're down here installing your exhaust, first off, keep your bolts together, but just clean as you go. You know, we've got what have I put in the last? I think we got this. How long ago? 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I already put almost 1,000 miles on, so we're balling. And just so you guys know, we will leave the our rider share account in the comments. You guys can rent this if you're in the DFW area. So just feel free.
Dude, that's probably gonna be the only R7 on rider share right now.
Nobody's gonna have an R7. Not one person. So 2 bolts on the lowers, then we got 2 clips on the front here. And then, to be honest, I might not even need to take the clips out. So obviously this will be the first time, but not the last time we take the R7 apart. So I think, okay, so I loosened it, which is nice. Oh, it slides in, okay. All right, good, and then there's a bolt behind here, yeah. Okay, so there's a hidden bolt. So then obviously you do need to take this off, which we want to do anyway, because it just gives us, oh man, those are different. It just gives us access, easy access to the exhaust.
Your
which
light
is
went
nice.
out. Just a quick commercial break.
Commercial break while we get a new light in. This is just to give us a little light. We should put a light up there.
Okay, that thing is gonna take me out one day.
Let's push that away. All right, so let's continue. So that's it. Let's see if there's a clip on the inside here. What kind of clip is this? Ha! Look, so this is the great thing is what we're finding out now. There's a clip missing right here because they didn't put it back in. And then this is all the work that the dealership does, which, just so you guys know, we're gonna do an episode of the podcast on this bike because we want to show you what we went through in order to get this bike, and then the dealership being deceitful. So we'll go through that later, but let's just get this exhaust on and see what's going on. So that, and then I think it pushes, it's forward or back? It might be back. So I don't want to break the tabs myself, obviously. Kind of in there like that, you just pull it down and it comes out. Keep these out of the way. Hopefully the wifey doesn't stand on those. And then here's the hidden bolt right here. This will take the entire lower fairing off. So we should be able to pull it away. Yep. And then this is, it's got 2 screws right here. So the nice thing is I think, to be honest, I think we can just stop here. You don't need to take the other side off. I was starting on that side, but I don't think we do because I'm just gonna take this off, get it out of the way so it's not flexing this front piece. And I think that's all you have to do. I've got complete access right here, so yeah. I like it. Just the right side.
You would think that every time that they come out with a new bike that they would make it a little bit more accessible for the customer. You know?
I mean, honestly, they don't care. They want to make it. They want to make it fit.
True.
Yeah, it's your job to do the install. Yeah. All right. So she's a little warm because we did ride her. First thing you want to do is just take this O2 sensor off. So if I was you, just familiarize yourself with the stuff you got going on here. So we're going to disconnect this O2 sensor, and I need to check. I know it shouldn't be too hard because it's kind of warm. So take that guy out of there. All right, that's that guy out of the way. See if we have anything else. Another 12. So there's 2 spots. So there's 4 spots up there with the spigots and the nuts, and then there's 2 spots here. So you just need to loosen that, and I'm pretty sure the whole thing will just fall off. So I'm gonna do the front first. So do that, and then I can basically, it's kind of warm, so I'll let that cool down while I'm doing the fronts. And then we can see what we got going on here. So I have access. I'm not struggling to get access, so you really don't need to go to the other side on this. I think the R3 is going to be the same, man. Remember, just put your bolts in the same place. You're not going to have this off for a long time, so it shouldn't be that hard to remember where stuff goes. So there, it's out of the way now. And then what I can do is I can see if we were right. I can even show you in there if you take a look in there, babe. See, there's one of the 10s that we took out, and we're gonna take that top 10 out. So if we take this out, it should be there. See how it loosened up? Did you see the exhaust drop a little bit? So yeah, it's gonna work. So that's good. Just take these 2 10s out. Don't worry about the main bolts that are the main, that have the main brackets attached. Don't worry about those. Just take the 10s out because the whole thing will come out. There we go. Now, if I push this down, oh, look at that. So it's completely loose. So you can just do the exact same thing for the other side. Okay, so that's that. Get this out of the way. There we go. Now the nice thing is this can just hang. You don't really need to do anything with that. Just make sure you don't lose your bolts. And then, like I said, if you look in there, it's just these 2 10s again, which removes the entire bracket that holds the exhaust on for each side. So what I first thought is I really did think that this bolt went all the way through, but it does not. Let's just make sure we don't lose anything there and scratch anything. But it will be this, and it will be the other one, and the exhaust is gonna fall out. I'm just gonna be a little bit more careful with this last one. So exhaust is nice and cool. Can you see it from over there, Cater? Yep, there it comes. I can already feel it. All right. You watching, babe? Mm-hmm. Okay, there goes the exhaust washers. Make sure you don't damage any of your plastics. So what you do want to do is what we'll do as well is we'll read the instructions just to make sure if you're keeping the exhaust washers for the new installed exhaust, and I'm pretty sure you're going to keep them on this. So it's pretty cool now. So let's get this sucker out of the way. Look how big this guy is.
It's huge.
Huh?
It is huge.
It is. The good thing is we've got this little guy to weigh it. So I'm just going to hook it in. No. You ran the mic into my head.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
I thought I was being slick, just
Yeah,
moving
no,
over
you
you
weren't.
too.
You sure weren't. There we go. All right. So that is how much. Hold on, I gotta keep it still. So it's about 12 pounds, which will go.
No, that says 17.
Oh, does it? I can't see. Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
17 pounds.
17.86. So almost 18 pounds.
That's crazy.
Obviously, I don't want this to fall out. I don't want that to fall out. So we're gonna weigh it real quick. So just hook it right there. Just give it a second. I just want to make sure it doesn't fall. Okay, so
Oh my gosh.
this is what you're saving.
Look at the difference.
17.28. So
That's like 10 pounds.
That is ridiculous. That's 10 pounds. That means
Yeah.
I can eat more chocolate and not have to worry about things. All right, so obviously there is pretty much the whole exhaust, super light. And I mean, that's another reason, especially for these bikes, it's just another reason to get these exhausts and get rid of the cat and get rid of that heavy thing you got going back there. So this is gonna be very simple. The only thing that we are gonna check with the install instructions is you do wanna make sure, you wanna find out if you need to keep the exhaust washers or if you need to just dispose of them. Ports. So that means that if they're not, you need to reinstall them. So there we go. That's what we needed to know. So just so you know, for the M4 exhaust, you're gonna reuse the exhaust port gaskets. So, and the nice thing about M4 is they do label them, so you don't need to guess. And if you're sitting on the motorcycle, number 1 is over here. It's on your left. Number 2 is on your right. So just so you know. So it's marked number 1. That's gonna be on the left-hand side. Put this in, make sure. Okay, so that one is the one where the exhaust gasket fell out. Okay, so if this doesn't stay, which it should, it's not gonna stay. I'm gonna put a little touch of grease on it. Where you can just dab it, just a dab. Just right there and right there. I mean, it is nothing, like nothing. And then all you do is you just put it in there. You know, the grease will burn off, not a big deal. So there we go. See, now you don't struggle with it. And then obviously just get these guys up there. So put it in, don't tighten things down. Did that just fall out? Oh, that's the other side that fell out. Okay, so don't tighten things down because you want slack in order to get it where it needs to be, and then you start tightening things down. As you can see, I'm just hand tightening those, nothing crazy. So now, wide pipe, very, very easy. Just make sure that you pay attention. 1, 2, so obviously it's gonna go like this. Now, what you can do is you can just ease it on both of them. It's this simple. Just ease it on, just like this. There's doesn't need to be hard. If it's super, super tough, you might have it the wrong way. You might not meeting 1 with 2, but this is it. So now when it's here, remember you can move this exhaust back and forth. And this is the reason why you didn't tighten everything up there, because you need this to figure out the best location for your exhaust. And that all comes with tying the bracket in and doing all of that stuff. So we're gonna take a look now to see how we mount the rear. But as you can see, I mean, it's looking good. When you're installing this, you have 2 options. You can do what we did, obviously because we were trying to see if we didn't need to remove these, but if you do remove the rear sets right off the bat, you don't need to remove the 2 10s that hold the exhaust on. Remove the actual exhaust bracket bolts. So we're gonna go over there because we do need them off. This is what it is, take this guy off. So they do want you to use these exhaust brackets. I can see a way of not using both, but follow M4's directions, do what they want you to do, because obviously they designed it. We do want to use the mounting stuff that M4 supplied. So, and then they supply the aluminum. Just pay attention because it is shaved on both sides. All right, so it's a 17. Cool. So we'll just keep that on hand. What you can do is just slide it up in there with the OEM bolt that was already there, and it should lock in between. And then hold on, let me just do this, and then Kate can get a shot of it so you guys can see what it looks like. You got it?
Hold on.
So that's the bar we're talking about. It uses the OEM bolt on the left side, and then it's going to use the provided M4 bolt on the right side in order to go through the exhaust clamp, which we'll show you on this side. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take that's the supplied from M4. They've got their little washer right there, and it literally goes like this through that. Make sure that is facing down towards the front wheel and up towards the back wheel. But that's how it goes. Make sure you've got the gasket nicely on there, and then we're just going to go in here. And what you're going to do is you're going to play with it a little bit. So you want to slide it on. Just make sure everything's on. Make sure your gasket is on. Don't scratch your exhaust. Last thing you want to do is that. So it's going to be a little tough, obviously, if you're doing this yourself. And all you need to do is just take your time. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this in real quick. Okay, get it in the hole. And then I'm going to see what's going on here. So it will lift your exhaust up a little bit. I want to get a couple threads so I can feel it. I think I got it. Indeed, I sure did. So hold on. Let me get the tool real quick. Oh, wait. There we go. All right, here we go. We're tightening up. So remember, just don't tighten it all the way. This is what we're going to do, is get everything in its location. So let's see. Can I get to that bolt? I cannot, so I can't do this yet. But as you can see, that's pretty much the exhaust install. There's nothing to it. So if I put this here, how close is that? See, I can move this. See, this is what you want. You want a little bit of free play so you can see what you're doing and get it into the correct location, which I'm going to do that. And then you do want to pay attention to the swing arm against the exhaust right here. So I'm thinking she looks good. She looks
damn good.
Okay, the other thing, last thing. Before we put the springs on and tighten everything down, is you do want to reroute your O2 sensor. So they do give you instructions in how to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove it from this clamp right here, and then go back behind, which it shouldn't be that hard. And then I think we can leave that clamped. We're going to see now. Leave that clamped and see. I might need to take that out just to get it away from the exhaust. Now remember, you don't want this anywhere near the exhaust. So that's fine. Here's the exhaust clamp. I'm probably going to have to use a zip tie here. Okay, so don't forget that for the O2 sensor, it's the OEM one is super small. They have the one for Bazzaz and either like a Power Command or something like that. They do provide the insert that makes the hole smaller, so make sure you do that. Put a little bit of Loctite on there just so it doesn't go anywhere. So I definitely think we're gonna have to zip tie this out of the way. So the O2 sensor goes over the exhaust. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. So it goes over the exhaust here. You're gonna have a problem. So I think what I was reading is M4 wants you to keep it there and then like put it up there, but that's not a good idea. What you should do is pull the whole thing out to where it's loose and it's still zip tied right here, and then just fold it up in here. And then what you can do to make sure it stays up there is just get a small zip tie and zip tie the top, which that's what we're gonna do. So here's the zip tie. You just need one. So just keep it out of the way. What we'll do is, it's gonna be kind of hard to get it routed, obviously, to get it turned around and then back around, but just take your time, do it. In fact, you can just do it from the bottom here and then go up, like move it up a little bit. And then we're just gonna zip tie it right in there. But you see it can't go anywhere now, so look, it's nicely routed. Just, if you can, keep it away from the motor, like push it away. And there you can see, can you see in there? Let's get some light, man, look there. So look at the routing. Obviously, I'm gonna cut the zip tie, it's away from the motor, it's out of the way, it's up. You like that? Mm-hmm. I like it.
Nice.
Okay, so that's it. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna torque these bolts down up top here. So get these guys So we're doing 20 Newton meters. That's what we do ours at. Yamaha recommends, I think, 19. We just do that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so the last things we're gonna do is we've got these springs, the M4 springs. There's 3 of them. M4 supplies. So usually when you get an exhaust, there's 1 each for the headers, and then if you go down wherever there's a breaking point, there's 1. They do have the 2 here to connect the Y pipe. This one first, which is the bottom one. This is the easiest one. All right. Okay, thank you for nothing. All right, I moved the rubbers where they're supposed to be. Guys, this is it. We're ready. I'm gonna tighten this in, and we are ready to go. Last thing on the list. All right, so we're gonna button everything up, tighten everything, put the rear sets back on, tighten all the bolts because we did the front. We're gonna do the rear now, but that's it. We're gonna put all the fairings on, and we'll see you outside in a second. Okay, so we finished her. Obviously, let's go take her for let's go show you the after. So hopefully it works out. I mean, it looks amazing. I'm always happy with M4's carbon stuff, so. Can you see? Hopefully you can. Here you go, you guys ready? First start, we haven't heard it. Oh, gotta turn the mic on, a little bit excited.
Sounds amazing.
That is like a different motorcycle. Holy crap. So I'm super happy. Thank you so much, M4. It sounds amazing. It changes the way the motorcycle runs. So, but that's it. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in there. Let us know what you guys think about M4. So we love to hear it. There's no way you guys can't know that that's a quality product. So I'm very happy there. So you'll see us around here. Come to Dallas. Don't forget. Ride share, it's in the description. You can rent this puppy, see what it's like, enjoy yourself. So hit us up.